All right, it's another interesting morning. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of TVC Breakfast. I am Mike Okwache, and I have Kemi Folademo with me here. Kemi, good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Great. Right. Now, the country is abuzz with a lot of excitement. You know, the palliatives everyone has been waiting for. Now we can put, finger to each of the ones to say, okay, this is what this thing is, this is what the thing is. Now it remains the issue of translating it, and then they begin to materialize as they get along. But the point there is, in Lagos, for instance, let's start from here. Yesterday, the governor, unveiled part of the palliatives and talked about the issue of slashing bus fares by 50%. And apart from that, even the yellow buses as well are going to cut down by their own percentage, and the unions are supposed to make their own announcement at their own level. This really goes a long way, because I know how challenging it is to transport from one part of Lagos to another, especially at this time.
It is indeed very, very important, because states after states, a number of states had earlier announced their own interventions for the benefit of Nigerians, for the benefit of residents in their domains, especially vulnerable persons. And, this announcement from Lagos State, of course, like you said, the word excitement, naturally, not a few ears would be ringing with that kind of information. And he says that the takeoff should be as from Wednesday, that they will use today to fine-tune and, of course, transport in a bustling city as Lagos. And that should, definitely come with some form of relief also by residents for those using the state-managed, transit buses. The governor says 50%, and those using the regular commercial buses, that's the yellow buses, is saying 25%, and that more announcements in this regard would be done. We understand that there's a press conference by the Parks and Garages Committee today, so perhaps that is also going to be a follow-up to the government's announcement. And he also goes on to say that nursing mothers would also enjoy some form of relief, especially those who are due for delivery, be it C-section or the normal delivery. They will also enjoy free services, at our state-run institutions, of course, in addition to relief packages that the government says will be earmarked for relevant persons, vulnerable persons, through their CDAs, through their religious bodies and other associations. And of course, like we've always been talking about, it's also very important that all these packages transcend, especially where packages that will be given out to people are concerned, it gets to those who truly need them.
Exactly. And apart from getting to those who need them, government on the other, when it comes to there's also the issue of the conditional transfers,
right,
which that is also being fine-tuned to be announced, by the president. But here in Lagos, the governor has been coming out with different strategies to ensure that people, the pain and the pressure on people is reduced to a great extent. And it's quite instructive to do that in Lagos, because Lagos is like the peak of Nigeria, and it's a melting point. Lagos is a mini Nigeria where a lot of people are. And the various states are also coming up with their own palliative strategies as well. So I believe that in all this, at the end of the day, an average Nigerian, whether you're in Lagos or you are in Akwa Ibom or you're in Benue or you're in Sokoto, whatever the thing is, you begin to feel the impact of the fact that government is working, government cares, and because all Nigerians have agreed at the point that this subsidy has to go. And the moment the subsidy goes, there are going to be some shocks here and there. These are inevitable reactions, inevitable economic realities we are going to face. If the subsidy goes, there are going to be shocks, and that shock is not going to be palatable. So there has to be palliatives to remove the impalatability. If I'm speaking English, I don't know.
But the point, your point is taken, is also well noted, that these are these are times, I don't know whether it was deliberate, the president giving that, address, televised address, and the Lagos State governor of the commercial capital of the country also, making that very announcement. And of course, ever since the fuel subsidy was removed, there had been, like, everybody were on all fours that, yes, we agree, but, then what's next? Exactly. What next? And we saw the president also, saying as much that, that gap in between was inevitable. And of course, governments have met, the state and the federal government have met, and there's also due to be more talks, to further cement, all these intervention packages and plans that the state governments, the federal government, and even the local governments have been, set to bring down, to trickle down to the masses.
All right. Of course, we'll talk about that broadcast yesterday, which was packed full with a lot of things. Right. We'll talk about it. Right. Now, let's bring the news update for the time. Now, President Bola Tinubu will today attend the 63rd independence anniversary of the Republic of Benin. President, who is also the chairman of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of the Economic Community of West African States, will be the special guest of President Patrice Talon at the ceremony. The president will be accompanied on the one-day visit by 6 governors who were invited by President Talon and his personal aides. The 6 governors are Dakbo Ogun State, Dakbo Abiodun, Lagos Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Oyo State Seyi Makinde, Kwara State Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, Kebbi's Nasir Idris, and Niger State Mohammed Umar Bago. Members of the Nigerian Labour Congress are set for the nationwide strike scheduled for Wednesday, the 2nd of August. The members of the civil society groups are also among the people mobilized for the protest on Wednesday. Meanwhile, President of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke, has also declared the union's intention to join the planned industrial action of the Nigerian Labour Congress. Senior correspondent Sharon Ijaso reports on this.
On Tuesday, 25th July 2023, workers' representatives met at the Labour House in Abuja. The National Executive Council meeting was essential to discuss state of the nation. Hours later, a resolution was made which included a nationwide protest. In Lagos, the Lagos State Council of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and civil society groups at a press briefing say they are ready for the planned nationwide protest scheduled for August 2nd, 2023.
To proceed on a nationwide protest rally, which will commence on August 2nd, bearing any last-minute changes, we are still committed to our national body's instruction and agreement. It's a joint effort, and in Lagos State, our own will not be a difference.
The Deputy Secretary General of NLC, Ismail Bello, declares that Labour is ready for further dialogue, as previous meetings did not record any progress. During the meeting, the Labour Centre reiterated the stand of workers, which is the removal of anti-people policies.
In this place, the union is ready. Labour is ready. Government doesn't seem to be ready for dialogue. To dialogue means there's willingness to respect the content of the agreement that you have reached with the other party. We had an agreement on a complement of issues the last time we met at the Villa. To the extent that government will provide mass transportation that is powered by CNG, which is a more cost-effective alternative.
Who are those people doing bunkering? Is it not the same ruling elite? Who are those people engaging in theft? Is this not the same ruling elite? They should not push all too extreme. And that is one reason on Wednesday, all of us must gather. We must move forward and tell government of the day that this country belongs to all of us.
Workers are requesting for a holistic social protection policy plan to ensure that there is social stability in the country. Sharon Ijason, TVC News, Lagos.